This is an introduction to the Black and Brown Movement podcast. Hope you're ready. Keep it steady, because we keep it real. Beer and bullshit. Here we come. Black and Brown Radio. We, the Black and Brown Movement.
Creemos que la civilización comenzó en África, a través de la migración que llegamos a Aslan, a través de 300 años de sangre, sudor y lágrimas, y 500 años de resistencia. Solo hay un par de cosas que hemos retenido a través de la valentía, la persistencia, el evangelio, la música, la cultura.
Culture.
We, the Black and Brown Movement,
believe that
civilization began in Africa. Through the migration, we arrived in Aslan. From east to west, this makes us all people of the sun. Through 400 years of blood, sweat, and tears, through 500 years of resistance, there's only a few things we retain through bravery and persistence. The gospel, the culture, the music.
Fight for the youth.
What the fuck was that?
Verge 51, you know what I'm saying? We that generation of X. So in that, we're the last of the gangsters.
Yeah, right.
We still live on code, meaning we don't fuck with certain people. Certain people ain't allowed around certain people. Now I put it like this: if you're the main dope dealer in the hood, what's the one thing you don't have around you? Dope heads. So in that type situation, so you don't have that type of people around, so he might just get caught up, and the money that's coming to the hood might get fucked up because these niggas was hanging out, and now we in a fucked up situation.
We are the last of the dying breed.
Man,
and it goes back to, we've said it many times on this podcast, how things are more and more blatant. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's right there in your face, like you
Absolutely.
said. You know what I'm saying?
Like you knew off the back.
Off the bat.
He got
you could be
assassinated.
the
Public
dumbest,
assassination.
You could be the dumbest, most ignorant motherfucker in the hood or anywhere else, but you can see that shit plain as day.
Yeah, absolutely.
When they showed that shit, and I've seen it, when you mean Double B, I said, they assassinated my guy.
Yeah.
Right in front of his store. That's what you know what I said, Double B?
Yeah, right.
I said, they murdered my guy.
Yep.
And I said, that was motherfucking.
We all knew it.
The Dr. CB documentary information came out. The shit he's doing in the community to stop the gentrification. Like,
dude, it goes back to fucking Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, fucking.
Always kill all
There you
losers.
go. Okay. Now that you said that, now here we go with the word conspiracy, right?
Right.
We're looking at
Down the rabbit hole.
They have killed a young leader.
Right.
Okay. Now,
Hey, for real, you know why, Kev? What you just said is even deeper.
Yeah,
I forgot.
he's
We
a leader.
cover a deeper spot. This nigga had Bloods and Crip niggas not tripping.
Right.
Now, sir, hold up. I was getting to that because in this situation, understand what we're all saying. We're all saying we saw it right off the go that it's a fucked up situation. But who controls the media?
The Jewish people.
And who are they making media for? Wait. Who are they making that type of scary media for?
For the white
Now,
folks.
I know you've
Not
all
for
seen
us.
The Purge. Yeah, I know you've all seen The Purge.
Hell yeah.
Right?
The multiple
So
versions of it.
Yes, understand. You have white folks that are really, really like that.
Straight up.
That were looking at that as far as, oh shit, these niggas are out here killing each other. Mildred, get the gun. Frank, lock the front door.
Dude, during Trump's fucking campaign for re-election,
Tupac said we coming in, motherfucker.
dude, did you see the fucking ads? They were showing motherfuckers coming to their fucking suburb neighborhoods and shit. Oh, that we're scared. Trump's gonna save us. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That
gun
white man
control.
and
We
white
got
woman,
our guns, and you know.
Yeah. That bitch came out with a little 38, and he came out with an AR.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking funny as shit.
Man.
Too hilarious.
That's crazy.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean-
So we have to formulate a fucking top 5 here. We got to brainstorm and do it on the fly. We've done it so many times before. There's been so many people, that have been on the podcast that have helped us. Kev, you've done it at least a couple
top
times.
5 on segregation.
No, we did that already. It's got to be a top 5 related to the rabbit hole, related to conspiracy, related to.
Oh shit!
I mean,
Damn, I
shit.
could probably almost give you 10 off the top of my head.
Okay, so so what do we say? Top 5 conspiracies or?
Fuck it, yeah, okay. Top 5, my top 5. My number 1 is coming to proof. Agenda 21.
Agenda
Off the
21.
bat,
Elaborate.
Yeah, right. You might want to write these down and look this shit up. Agenda 21. The same conspiracy theorists I've been on for the past. I'm gonna call 2-3 years now. We're really fixing to have our food shortage, and we just had another major catastrophe in America that we were just talking about to make that shit happen.
Are you talking about Ada? Or Ida?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
the fact that the storm has hit and slid right off into New York
Right, and New Jersey, yeah.
and New Jersey. But the thing is, also along with that came the report that they finally they haven't said it nowhere over here, and they finally said it. Excuse me for getting hyped up. They finally said what I've been telling everybody for the past 7 months. China has had the worst rain and flood for the past 6 months.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna
They
take.
are 4 feet underwater in China.
Listen, I'm gonna take it deeper than where Kev just touched it at. Revelation.
Well, you got to save that for your top 5. He's on his right now, and that was his number 1. So go ahead to number 2 or 5 to 4.
Oh, shit,
or...
that was 3.
Okay, all right, we got 3.
Shit, time out. Keith McCants died. Keith McCants, you remember Alabama linebacker who played in the NFL?
Name sounds vaguely familiar.
He was only 56.
Yeah, you know what? In the next podcast, we might have to discuss that. The deaths, man. There's been a lot of deaths, and people at an early age. So it's
Number 4.
yeah.
My
Number 4,
fourth
yeah,
one.
yeah.
My 4th one is this vaccine.
Okay.
And number 5, I'm gonna go with our full recognition of us, basically how everybody's starting to say that it's more blatant. We can see it now, and it's oh my gosh, I can't believe it was this. As a black male that's been on this planet for 50 years and having uncles and having grandfathers,
We've been through the eras, bro.
Men,
You and I both. We've been through the
telling them
eras.
that this has been going on, and it's amazing to really, how do I say? As black men, we're always guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yo,
And
Kev,
now
Wait,
it's
is that
really being shown. Now this is 5. This is 5.
we've been
Okay,
through the
fine,
eras,
yeah,
Kev.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you notice, we
I'm happy
we
that
70 babies, all 3 of
Yeah.
us.
I'm
We've been
happy
through the
that
eras of this shit.
Finally, like, I feel like the kid that's finally almost getting vindicated, because I've had to whoop this motherfucker's ass in class at least 12 times. And every time I do, I get suspended. And I keep telling these motherfuckers, this motherfucker's fucking with me at lunch.
They don't
So
give
by
a
the time
fuck.
I come up in here, he does one more thing, and I'm a fire on him. Well, he makes sure he does that one more thing. Well, understand, now that I've gotten a little older and I can handle my control, and I'm not that angry black guy, I'm still the boogeyman. I get it. But I'm not the angry black guy.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Shout out to
I
John
laugh
Wick.
now. I
Shouts
laugh
out.
now because now you can call me nigga all day and I'm gonna laugh at you.
Right.
Because now I'm really gonna get at you, and you know what? I don't have to touch you, but as soon as you swing, I'm gonna dust your ass off.
Thank you, Big
Waiting
Kev.
for it.
Thank you, Big Kev. He killed his top 5. Okay, so 5 or 1, whichever one you started with Revelations. Roll off of that.
Revelations will be number 1
Okay.
because this is all in Revelations what we dealing with and what we living in.
Right.
Everything Kev just talked about, it's all in Revelations.
Yeah.
These folks in their paranoia, they trying to the real purge is to stop the spiritual growth and God's word being expanded to those.
That's number 2.
Yes.
Yeah, you already. Yeah, like, keep it rolling.
You
keep
know
it
what I'm
rolling.
saying?
Yeah.
I
So-
would say irrelevation.
So folks is out here afraid already. So the purge is simple because it's all about what? The haves and the have-nots.
And the fear mongers.
The fear mongers.
Yeah.
So
feeding the fear.
feeding the fear.
Yeah, that's
So
2. That's 2.
Our government
3.
is number 3.
Yeah.
This is what they perpetuate constantly.
Right.
Number 4 will be our media,
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
which there's no freedom of fucking speech.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they're
Except for them.
right.
Except for them.
Exactly, and they're in cahoots. But that's a
'cause if
4
you
and
don't say
that's
what
a
they
3 and
say-
4 for sure.
Right. If you don't
Just-
say what they say, you done.
Yeah.
Canceled, I think.
The final one
Yeah.
is us,
Okay.
the Black and Brown movement.
We
They're
ain't no conspiracy, fool.
Nah, nigga, we the factuality of what, nigga, the
Okay.
conspiracy theory is fact. They afraid of what we are.
He's flipping it. He's flipping it
Okay.
like I've done in the past, like I did with segregation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel that. I can absolutely. We're the anti-conspiracy.
They want to call us.
Right.
They want to call us. They want to.
No.
But those that are not included,
Yeah.
what they always say. Well, what about us? When we
Right.
say Black and Brown movement,
Yeah.
what about us? And we say it's about us.
Yeah.
You guys already got y'all shit.
Yep.
This is about us.
Either-
And then we explain it to them, and then they're like, "What? Oh, okay."
Yeah.
They still down. Those that are consciously know what's true,
Yeah.
they still down with.
Oh,
I
you
beat a
gonna push
white
it to
dude
me?
up
Okay.
about that. But
Alright,
hold
so-
on, real quick.
You
Real
said
quick.
what? You said
Hold
what?
on. I just beat a white dude up about that at work today. No, yesterday at work. He was talking about why when you guys say history, it has to be Black history or Mexican history. I said, motherfucker, because when we say history, it's already taken. We talking white history.
Right.
Right, because y'all don't
I was
have
like,
no
when
history.
you look at a goddamn textbook, ain't no motherfucking Mexicans and niggas in that book. It's a bunch of white folks.
You know what they say about history, though? Those that have the victory have the history.
The conqueror,
Right.
the
Yes.
history goes to the conqueror.
Conquerors, yeah.
The winner
I just saw some
writes
shit on
history.
TV. Dude said that shit.
Yeah, it's real shit.
But I mean but it goes all
that's
the way
what-
across the
Quay.
spectrum, bro.
I was
It goes all
watching
the way across the
TV.
spectrum because when you talk about beauty, you mean white beauty. When you talk about anything like, bro, anything you say like
Well, he just said
invention.
It's the narrative,
Like,
bro.
You say
Listen.
invention. Yeah, you
narrative.
gotta say
The
like the fact
narrative
that
of
we
what
have
he
to say
said.
Black inventors. We can't say inventors because when you say inventors, you mean white folks.
I was
You have to
watching
be
something
specific
about
and say
Israel, and
Black
one of the
inventors.
dude,
Right.
he's
Gotta
like,
make it known.
he's like a very big activist, and he was saying, the conqueror goes to the victor.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like, that's fucked up, because these people are Palestinian, but they're part of the history of this soil naturally.
Yeah.
And you
Oh, you saw
motherfuckers,
that I sent you, huh?
and you motherfuckers is acting like they nothing. Like,
But you gotta
And he clearly- but
understand
he
the
clearly-
color cast.
But he clearly
You gotta
said
look, bro.
in the camera, though. Hold on, Kev. In the camera, he clearly said the victor, the conqueror is the victor. So he said all that territory that's Palestinian, that now they're taking over, and they're putting closed circuit TV security cameras up on Palestinian properties that are now Israeli. Dude, that's
Okay.
just fucking
right.
hypocrisy.
I got my top 5.
Hypocrisy.
Let's go.
And not in any order of importance. 1 through 5, 5 through 1.
And consciousness to let you know
But-
which order is important.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna name the names and the 5 names, and then I'll go back and break them down. So I'm gonna start with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X,
All assassinated.
Cesar Chavez, Che Guevara,
Assassinated.
and Gaddafi.
Assassinated.
Okay, so
4 out of 5 assassinated.
yeah, so Malcolm X. I mean, there's a lot of knowledge out there. The conspiracy is, you know,
Why he got murdered?
we know why he got murdered.
Why he got murdered?
Because he was about non-violence.
He included the white people.
He you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
That was the real problem.
the march on DC, the marches in Alabama, You know what I'm saying?
Listen to me. The real problem was when he included the white people that is classified as devils.
Of course.
That was a problem with the fucking organization.
Of course. And this is all, religion aside. This is just the facts.
Yeah, this is politics and bullshit.
This is all, the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? His connection to Rosa Parks. You know what I'm saying? Him going to jail. We could go on and on and on.
On and on.
So that's Malcolm X.
You gotta know
that was Martin Luther King.
Daddy was. You gotta know who Martin Luther King's daddy was.
Martin Luther King Sr. Wasn't no joke. Break it down.
Yeah, break it down.
His daddy was a motherfucking writer. His daddy rode shotgun to Marcus Garvey.
Gangsta.
So the whole reason that Martin Luther King was considered a paid shield and in such able to do so much movement, one is because he had so many FBI agents around him. Two is because up until that motherfucker, and it's another Larry Elder per se. He woke up.
Mustache, nigga.
He woke up, and because the day he went and talked to Elijah Muhammad, they sat him, Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, Malcolm X, and like 4 or 5 other motherfuckers, right? It was a meeting of the black folk, right? A religious meeting. When he came up out of that is when Martin Luther King started talking that real fuck that, these motherfuckers is tripping. I think that's when he came out with the famous quote, I think I have led my people into a burning house.
Right. Excuse me, real fast.
After that came the big speech. And then came where he was sitting in the church and he was talking about, we going back to Washington. The first I Have a Dream speech, right?
Yeah.
On the I Have a Dream speech, the whole reason they went to go up there wasn't for I Have a Dream speech. It was up there to get checks, reparation checks.
Right.
3 weeks later, that nigga did.
Right.
He pushed the line too far.
So number 2 for me.
Wait, you hear that? He just clarified. He pushed the line too far, and they killed him.
Yep.
Well, he was okay until he pushed that line.
Yeah. So number 2 for me.
Did you check that shit out? He pushed that line, and nigga, they get that nigga a 1,000-yard shot.
Come on now. That was. I mean, mine's.
Oh wait, excuse me. True serum.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
350 yards.
That's still a long ass shot.
Yeah.
It was across the street.
Mine's are obvious. You know what I'm saying? So, but
what? McLevin.
Thank you for that breakdown, Kev.
My bad.
No, that's that was dope.
Shit.
That was
need
dope.
That.
I appreciate that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You
because Bob Marley said they fear the truth.
You holding me up with that knowledge, you know what I'm saying, and holding us up, and we appreciate it.
Elevation, baby.
Yeah, no.
Guess what, Kev? I got my dreads cut today.
Do not apologize.
It's a new.
There's got to be connected in all this. We're all very ignorant because I truly believe in the Nelly Fuller belief and following of if you don't understand white supremacy and the way it works, everything you know can and will confuse you.
Right.
So if you don't know history to its beginning almost of a lot of things, I say a lot of shit, but as we're understanding, they've called it conspiracy. Once you break it down and really get to it and run it back, because they break it up so far to where you gotta connect the dots.
Yeah.
Right.
So my number 2 is Malcolm X. And I've seen.
I am Malcolm X.
I've read the book. I've seen the movie. I've seen documentaries. I've done the research. And my breakdown is how the FBI used Elijah Muhammad, used the 5%ers, Nation of Islam, and how
the same way they did with the Black Panther thing.
They assassinated that brother. The thing with Malcolm X for me was Mecca.
That changed him.
He was black centric, you know what I'm saying, when it came to his speech and to his teachings and to his approach to Islam.
He was pro-black to the fact.
It wasn't until Mecca when he went and seen
and became diverse
Jews and Muslims and Christians and different races and cultures and colors.
He was given a single perspective of what it was.
Mecca, yeah. It was worldwide. It opened his eyes, and when he came back,
he changed.
He was different.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? And that's when they really got him. They said, "Oh shit!"
But that's the point in
He
time.
done-
That's the point in time when he said they included the white people.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And that's when they knew he was more dangerous than anything.
He had too much power.
That's when they.
Uh-oh, true serum, here he comes.
What happened? Go ahead.
He said kinda. That means he got another loop in the motherfucking crochet.
Would you talk NOI and the Nation of Islam and stuff like that? Understand, the Nation of Islam has been up and running for over 100 years.
Right.
They have never had a violent incident with the government or the people of this country. But they are called terrorists. But they are put out there as religious vile. Right?
Rest in peace, T. Rogers.
Now, where this comes into play, right? When the FBI was formed and J. Edgar Hoover became leader of the FBI, understand, a mulatto.
An immigrant.
Wait.
Trump.
We don't need to understand that. The people listening need to understand that because they probably don't know that.
J. Edgar Hoover was a light-skinned Negro. Right? Who basically hated the fact that he was black. And the fact that he couldn't really get anything because he was black. And I'm going to put it in our level now. We grew up with those light-skinned Negroes that just hated being called black.
Man.
Y'all, I got Mexicans homies that will hate it if you fucking call them Mexican.
Man, we know some of them. We all know some people like that.
Yeah. So understand, when he became leader of the FBI, it is said, it is put in paper, it is written on his shit. The whole thing that the FBI originally started up to do was to make sure there is not another black messiah. Okay?
That's why absolutely. That's why they murdered Gaddafi and his kids.
This is where the COINTELPRO came from. This is what broke those organizations up. So when we say we were targeted, this was intentionally done because we can still show till this day that the KKK is still alive and thriving. Now,
absolutely. Why is that?
To go with the Malcolm X going to Mecca, right? Malcolm X went to Mecca as Islam, as a Muslim. Understand, now I'm going to say Muslim, and Islam. Okay? You have to be able to distinguish those three just like you can distinguish Christianity, Catholic, and Roman Greco. They're all Christian, but there's different things in them. They're all Islam, but there's different things in them. He was the one that went over and unified all three.
And that's where they got afraid.
What everybody's scared of with this Taliban is the Sharia law. In other words, women are to fucking be women and men are to goddamn be men. You don't have this gay shit and all that bullshit going on. They're going back to ground zero. So understand, now that Malcolm X comes back to America, being one of the most spoken voices at the time, along with Martin Luther King. But at this time, when he comes back from Mecca, Malcolm has the fucking the advantage, right? More people are starting to listen to Malcolm because they've watched Martin get his ass kicked all across the country.
Right.
And there are brothers like myself, and y'all got to say, if these motherfuckers come over here with that, I got something for them. Because this was also the time at the end of the war where more black men came home with their service pistols, rifles, and stuff like that, and taught their kids and people around them. Right. So you have all it turns out of massacres of here we go, and this is how Tulsa comes around. This is how Rosewood happens. This is how Lanier happens. So to get rid of that, bro, you gotta kill that and don't tell the history. Yep. You keep that hidden for 2 generations, and your 3rd and 4th generation will never know what happened.
Where we living right now.
We are the 3rd generation, and we know what happened.
Okay. So I'm gonna move on because
my bad.
No, not at all. That's the breakdown.
What he just clarified was,
I opened the door. I opened the door.
Right now.
No, I opened the door. He stepped in and
Malcolm X is one of my most favorite followed people because of he was very unapologetic.
Absolutely.
It didn't matter if he was on TV in front of anybody. He said what he had to say. Didn't like it. Didn't care if he didn't like it.
And the word conspiracy and him as a person are synonymous, which is why he's number 2 for me. So number 3 for me is Cesar Chavez. No, it's Cesar Chavez. So if anybody got anything to speak on him, please let me know. But
no uvas.
I'm gonna tell you, my breakdown on Cesar Chavez. Now, Cesar Chavez was a farm worker who united farm workers and started United Farm Workers
Union.
You know what I'm saying? And so he fought for the rights of farm workers, and of course he fought against the farm owners. And so for those people that don't know, you know what I'm saying, Cesar Chavez and the word conspiracy as well are synonymous because of everything that he did. And he ended up dying. Now he wasn't assassinated.
Died because of health.
Yeah, he wasn't assassinated, but his death was definitely accelerated due to...
It was caused by...
Right.
Some bullshit.
Right. The fight that he fought. You know what I'm saying? And this is for my brown peoples and those... There's a poem that was written not by him, but by a farm worker. And I'm going to get the poem, and I'm going to get the author, and I'm going to get the title of the poem. I think I heard that poem
in Chicano Studies class.
Sunrise is something to that effect, and it had to do with, you know what I'm saying, the farm workers, and you know, they boycotted grapes because that was the specifics to, you know what I'm saying, to who he was and what he was about. So he's my number 3.
Viva la Cesar Chavez.
Thank you. And la revolución. Number 4. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3. No, I named those 3. I named Che.
I was about to say you was gonna say Che Guevara.
Che Guevara.
You on revolutionary page?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we talking about Cuba. We talking about Nicaragua. We talking about the Contras. We talking about you know what I'm saying, guerrilla warfare. We talking about politics. We talking about independence, drugs, guns, wars, money. It's all the
haves and the have-nots.
It's all encompassing. And Che, for those who don't know, was a revolutionary and fought for the people. And
was assassinated.
Again, every person that I named and those that were and weren't assassinated, their names were synonymous with conspiracy and with
revolution.
So the conspiracy with him and the breakdown with Che is Cuba and communism. But
he's Venezuelan, right?
Che,
he was Argentinian.
Yeah, he was from Argentina.
There
yeah,
was, yeah.
He was a Marxist.
Right.
But the thing is,
right?
Yeah. But the thing is that those were the labels that were given and the excuses that were used
to assassinate
and to label them and
as problems.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Che was for the people. Bottom line. And that's the problem that I have in conspiracy is
they try to make him like he was a communist.
Right. Communist, fascist, Marxist, call him whatever the fuck you want to call him. He was of the people, and he was a revolutionary, and he fought for the people. I mean, I could name, Hidalgo. You know what I'm saying?
He's so Venezuelan, right?
No, Hidalgo was Mexican.
No, he was the Mexican. He was the artist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pancho Rivera. You know what I'm saying? There's so many more that we could name. And you know what? To see some of them and see some of their impacts on our society today, you can read the book Birth of a Movement, a Memoir, and read the forward. Read the forward, because the forward is a history, not his story,
but history
that breaks down the impacts and the influences of African and Latino
kind of like
peoples.
Kind of like what's her name? The book I got.
Yeah. So Che, number 4, you know what I'm saying? Number 5.
This is one of them.
Yeah.
No,
America's Little Black Book.
But then the other one's right there, Roxanne Dunbar Ortiz.
Yeah.
You know the.
Well, the next one to come is a birth of a movement, the memoir. That's the next one coming, and I break down the history on the in the forward.
That's you. That's you in a deeper.
Absolutely, an indigenous people's history of the United States. Roxanne Dunbar Ortiz.
That shit right there, dude.
Yeah.
The beginning is like whoa.
Yeah. So my fifth and final is Gaddafi.
They assassinated him too,
Gaddafi.
and both his sons.
You know, and Gaddafi
To stop the black money, right? He was here to make the black dollar.
Yeah, we talking about Cuba. We talking about the Middle East. We talking about conspiracies between America and these so-called third world countries, second world countries, which started this whole rabbit hole. I mean, for those of you who don't know, look it up. The conspiracy is obvious and it's open and it's available to the people. Gaddafi, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Hey,
We gotta move on time wise.
Network
Double B.
technology. Do your damn research.
Double B. What's your top 5? After top 5, we're going to probably end this on third, fourth, fifth,
Right.
beer, and I need another one. What's going on?
Yeah, go ahead.
No. You do your top 5. I'm gonna grab the people's a beer because we beer and
Right. Beer and bullshit all day.
P-I-H-P-O-H.
All right, so my top 5 is gonna be based off of
hip hop.
You know what? I'm just gonna name the top 5. So for me, we already discussed the Nipsey Hussle, right?
Man,
Next,
bullshit.
Tupac.
Assassination.
right? Tupac,
Assassination.
Eazy-E,
Assassination.
9/11,
Assassination.
and Osama bin Laden.
Assassination.
So we already
Hey, I was about to say all government related assassination.
we already covered what happened to Nipsey. No, we got into that earlier today.
government
earlier in our
with a turncoat fucking agent, which was his homeboy.
I think that with that being said, it's the they got to him and I think they offered him something. He did. Hey,
Come on,
Hey, you know
saw
what?
the whole hearing set up. He went from nothing to having a fucking $1 million attorney.
no, yeah, it was
Like,
all like
what?
he was under control. You know what I'm saying, to do shit like that, and also
He's not in jail.
Hello, Kev. Say that again. It's true, sir. He's not in jail. That
He's
nigga's
not
on
in
some
jail.
island chilling.
he's not in jail. This fucking court case or whatever has been going. That shit has barely been publicized or talked about or anything.
I was grabbing beers. I'm lost. Where we at?
Nipsey.
Okay.
Did you hear my top 5?
I heard Nipsey, then I heard Pac.
Nipsey, Pac, Easy, 9/11, and Osama bin Laden.
All assassinations.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Government assassination
we haven't
in
heard anything
9/11.
about this dude, Eric Holder. Fucking gang alias Shitty Cuz. What the fuck?
What kind of fucking name is that? Hey, Dark Side,
Shitty Cuz.
Voodoo Ranger, rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying?
What kind of moniker is that?
Dude, it don't even sound
Did he
real.
smell shitty all the
It don't
time?
even sound real.
You didn't hear me. He was crippling and he was shitty smelling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Hey, here comes Shitty Cuz.
I
Smell him.
don't know personally, but do niggas
Smell that nigga coming.
call their own people Shitty Cuz? I'm
You
just
didn't
saying,
hear me.
like,
He
that
smelled
doesn't
like
sound
shit
like
all
a
the
real
time.
alias.
I knew a little nigga named Mikey. Nigga, that nigga smelled like doo-doo. Like all the time, all bullshit aside. And it wasn't intentional. He had a situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the nigga smelled like shit.
Yeah.
Like little shitty Mikey. Like all. So, Shitty Cuz, I'm saying, he must have smelled like shit all the time. They're like, here comes Shitty Cuz. Nigga always smell like shit.
This is gonna happen. This dude is gonna fucking
Either
prove
that or he
insanity
always
and it's gonna be free.
Hilarious.
He acted shitty all the time.
Like,
Or he was shitty to everybody type shit. Like,
the funny
Yeah.
shit is this. We got a homie from the hood named Shitty.
everybody
from
got a
the
homie from the hood named Shitty.
But not shitty blood. His name is just shitty. Because the nigga do your shitty if it's necessary.
Right.
You
Okay,
know,
I didn't hear your conspiracy on Pac though.
Okay, so yeah.
assassinated.
Pac was. Listen to the things that
the way he was rebelling and the things that he was talking about before he even died.
His $5
He was
million
talking about-
he
he was
needed
talking about having, you know, our own, you know, black democracy. You know what I'm saying?
with
Like,
his $5 million.
he was talking about, you know what I mean? He was exposing the industry for what it was, talking about this East and West Coast shit was fake, you know, which is for, you know what I'm saying, for money purposes, to, you know, put things together so they can capitalize on it. So you see some of these interviews.
Let me ask you this
next
question.
To Snoop Dogg, talk about this shit. Snoop Dogg looking around
no,
like, oh
Like,
shit.
why you put that shit out there?
Stop, you
You know
gonna
what
get
I'm saying?
that
Like,
killed. Stop
oh,
telling.
like-
So let me ask you this. So from what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, it goes deeper than Suge. It goes deeper than some gangbanging shit.
Rabbit hole. Rabbit hole.
Yeah, way deeper.
Yeah. Okay.
Rabbit hole.
I was just confirming, not for me, but for the people. But,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Well,
for
you
real.
gotta for the people. Then you gotta remember who Tupac was.
Yeah.
His background says it
Who?
all.
And his
Bishop?
background. Who is his
Bishop?
mama?
Bishop from. You got the
Anybody know who
juice.
his mama is?
Afeni Shakur.
Afeni Shakur,
She's a
yeah.
Black
Black
Panther.
Panther.
Yeah.
Afeni Shakur. Do
She
you know
had-
why they're?
She had
Wait,
him in
wait,
prison.
Yeah, okay, but wait. Do you know why she's such a big person?
Yeah, they were very powerful. She was connected to the power players of the Panthers.
She was.
Here we go. Let me drop one on you.
Right.
Afeni Shakur got accosted on the street by two cops.
Right.
Right? The cops basically tried to rape her and fuck her up. Well, she smoked one. When they put her in jail, right?
She was pregnant
this
with
was the
pot.
same shit. They no. They was fixing to come get her to kill her.
Oh.
So what the brothers do? Break her out, sent her to Cuba.
Wow.
We had brothers over there in Cuba to grant her safe passage.
What's that?
Understand?
Black and
This
brown
is why.
movement.
This is why Cuba got put on fucking lockdown for over 40-something fucking years. Cuba still lives in the 60s because they refused to push that bitch out.
Wait. Flashlight on the scene.
Yeah, real shit.
Flashlight on the scene,
Real
nigga.
shit.
Like, truth just been told. Whoa. Like,
I didn't know that.
shit.
Nah, I gotta be real with you. This is some new information to me. I did not know about that.
My bad.
Nah,
This is an introduction.
appreciate the knowledge, man, and you know I
The
appreciate that.
whole reason Afeni Shakur was on the run and why she was such a big person is because she is one of the only.
Shitting on with that truth. Shitting on them with knowledge.
Let me hear him out.
He's shitting on them with knowledge. He got the Gatling gun out. They ain't not ready. Killing them.
Go for it.
Excuse me.
Beer and bullshit.
The reason why she was such a fucking threat. Now, the thing a lot of people don't really know is that the Black Panthers were really ran by women, like mostly women. It was
Right.
like 60-40 women to men, right?
Right.
So in that, the organization was women, right?
Right.
But your most fierce ones and the leadership women. She was one of those. She was cousin to Huey, if I'm correct. I have to go and look and make sure, but she's cousin to one of the first two.
Okay.
I believe you're correct.
So in that, when you got to, I think it is Huey, because Huey's the one that went to Cuba, right? Because that was our well, how do I say this? At that time,
Our
there
ally.
was no such. Yeah, there was with us though.
Yeah.
There was no such thing as a light Cuban or a dark Cuban.
No.
That hadn't got started yet,
Right.
right?
The segregation.
Carnival was some dark smut black ass fucking Cubans, right?
Right.
Looking like
when-
Double B and shit.
when Fidel Castro and all that shit was in there, and Che, the whole reason that they were attacked is because they were still for the people. they were not accepting white supremacy on the island.
That's the revolution of the pigs or whatever, the pigs massacre that they tried to assassinate.
With them not accepting white supremacy on that, right? Because you got to remember, that big ass statue of that big white Jesus wasn't up there until the 70s.
Right.
You got to remember, when white supremacy walks in, it comes in with the Bible first, and then they come in with the swords.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've had Cuba on fucking leash for over 40 something years, 60, 70, 80, 90, 20, 40, 50 something years. Bro, look, if you've never been to Cuba or went to see Cuba, actually they don't even show Cuba because of it. Bro, they still drive old 1964 cars. Yep. You won't see no 1980, 1990, 2000 cars.
That's classics.
That's crazy.
In Fast and Furious, they show it. He was racing the old classic.
The oldest car they got out there, homie, is like 72, 75.
That's crazy.
All because they did not want the white supremacy put there where you had actual stand-up ass people that wasn't taking the money.
Right.
And was willing to say, fuck you white boys, I'm not giving you shit.
Right.
And that's why Cuba's still what it is.
And on the topic, they made Fidel Castro a fucking Looney Tune. They start telling everybody he's crazy, he's fucking a Looney Tune, he's a tyrant. What they do, they trick his own people into killing him.
Yeah.
Same thing they did with Che. Same thing they did with Mandela. Same thing they did with, as we're speaking of, Malcolm X.
Same thing they did with Martin.
That's crazy.
And I can show you many leaders. Same thing we just saw in motherfucking Jamaica with the Jamaican president.
Yeah.
Haitian. That was Haiti.
You know what I'm saying? So understand, and I don't mean to get us all the way off because I'm still on, but
no problem.
It's white supremacy, y'all. Until y'all really understand what that is, that's some real shit. It's just not some shit black folks say to make it think that, oh, you're pulling a race card. Because the race card is there in everything we do, and it's on purpose.
Right.
It's just the fact of a lot of people want to, oh, I don't want to see it. You have that choice, but you still have to live here in it. Again, like I said at the beginning of the show, we're all in the same league. We're just on different teams. Right. And we're all playing the same game because it's their fucking game. And Absolutely. Until when you want to become an expansion team, they're going to come lash you or kill you. Right. If you got the money to do it, if you have the opportunity, the money, and the force and the power to do it, they kill you.
Yeah, absolutely.
They go by the thing of you cut the head off the snake, the rest of the body dies.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you at on your top 5?
We were talking about
we're at 3?
No, I'm on 3 now. Easy.
Okay.
That's 3. So no, you good.
Oh, you good, bro.
I appreciate the knowledge, man. I appreciate it like wholeheartedly, and I'm like I thank you.
Hopefully, the listeners are appreciating and thinking because. The shit that you're giving is
the whole picture. We're given certain pictures of things, and then there's always a wonder to the picture. You gotta and this is the whole thing on the research part of it. You gotta go research. You gotta
Right. I agree with that. I say that a lot. Like anything that I talk about, like what you did right now was just put me on game on certain things that I didn't even research and didn't know about. No more. But I always preach that when I talk to people about things that I talk about that they like to consider me to be a quote unquote
conspiracy theorist.
I always tell them all the shit that I'm talking to you about. It's not just me looking at YouTube videos and all that shit. I do research. Right. It's like research is important. Now you can't. And like the good thing is some of the people I might look at on YouTube who are serious about it. They also say that. There's one guy I look at all the time. I'm cool with. His name is Chronicles of Judah.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Hey, I fuck with him.
Yeah, and you know, what I like about him is he always says that. You know, he's always
gotta do homework.
Research. And I'm showing you this and telling you this, but research. You know what I'm saying? All geared towards the so-called black man.
You know what? It's the same thing as about reading the Bible. It's the same thing. You got to do it for yourself in order to know what it means, know what it is.
Hey, key word is discern.
discernment.
You have to decipher it for yourself. Okay, so we're at what? You 3, which is easy. Okay.
So
The needles.
oh man, he got done dirty.
He got good hella power.
Super dirty.
He got done dirty, man. This is an industry thing. This is a Hollywood thing. You know what I mean?
Hollywood.
This is Jerry Heller, everybody else involved. You know what I'm saying? And Eazy-E.
Kid Frost broke that shit down.
Hey, I knew you was gonna like Double B, Kev.
I got another one on this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd love to hear it too, because we all know that the dude got. All you got to do is listen to the conversations or when people have been interviewed that was close to him, like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I'm about to say Bone Thugs, like that's some bullshit.
All of them say pretty much the same shit. This nigga went from
a common cold to full-blown AIDS.
To full-blown AIDS to dead in less than a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck a month. What you talking about? Nigga, it was 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's why I say less than a month.
Yeah.
That nigga was in the hospital 1 week. 2 weeks later, that nigga was dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? What you got to say about it?
Again, as the industry, you called it. It's some shit. Now we go to again.
Puffy. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to say that.
No. Again, follow the money.
Right.
Puffy. Excuse me. I'll say it again. My bad.
The money.
Right.
Because in this situation, Eazy-E, honestly, as they're saying, now we got Master P and a couple other cats.
You said Biggie. Excuse me. My bad. I didn't mean to tell.
No, we got Easy and shit like that. Right now, we have seen how Master P has ran a label. Right. Right. Understand, Ruthless was the first gangster rap label.
Yep.
Right.
Yes, sir.
In that meaning,
Eazy-E was his own number one artist.
Gangster rap was the number one shit across the world.
Yes, it was. Yep.
Fuck the Police was the number one song for over 6 months.
The niggas got invited to the motherfucking White House, nigga.
No, he did not. Listen, no. Eazy-E did not get invited to the White House.
He did not.
Eric Wright got invited to the White House.
Okay.
Understand, because he even said that, right? It's the best publicity because they sent him some shit because why? He had to hide and get rid of some of his dope money through his label. Well, they had some extra and they said what? Donate it. He did what? He donated it to the fucking president.
Hey, I'm hearing niggas in the background, like in the bag. Like, niggas is in the bag right now. Like,
we got the bag,
I'm
nigga.
saying, like, niggas is, you hear it? Niggas is like digging for the truth in the bag. Like,
so when that came out, you know what I'm saying? They invited Eric Wright because he even said it on one of his interviews. Oh no, the envelope said Eric Wright, not Eazy-E.
Whoa.
He said, so when I went and I showed up, he's all, yeah, they definitely looked at me crazy. He's like, but I handed her my motherfucking invitation and it said Eric Wright. Not Eazy-E.
Hashtag facts.
okay.
And like okay, well now let me finish with that real quick. With the money part with that, understand when Cube left, Dre left, in comes the situation where this nigga got artists, but now he's fixing to get rid of Jerry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like Tupac getting rid of Suge.
Who was robbing his ass?
You didn't hear me. Like Tupac getting rid of Suge.
And Bone Thugs, his young gunners.
Yep.
Because nobody really understand where Bone Thugs came from.
For
They
real.
used to be torpedoes for that nigga.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
They were hitman.
Absolutely.
They was a low-key hitman. Straight up.
So in that, they have mad loyalty for this nigga.
They did. Super loyalty.
So in that, they saw what happened. Why do you think their career only went 2
They
albums
stopped
in?
right after that shit. You ain't never lied.
Yeah.
That shit went boom.
After that, gangster rap began to fall because
It did.
motherfucking Dr. Dre went and got fucking Eminem.
Yep.
And the only one,
What'd you say
Dr.
he
Dre
started
went and got
fucking-
Dr. Dre went and got Eminem,
What'd you
and
say he
Ice Cube
started-
went and made movies.
What you say he started fucking Eminem? I mean, excuse me.
Look, I've explained to
You
people
said he started
about
fucking
that.
Eminem. What?
I've explained to
50
people
Cent.
about
What? Damn, my bad.
that the two people that made it, that gained the most out of Eazy's death was Ice Cube and Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre got rid of this dude. Ice Cube got rid of this dude. The album I told you the other day. Remember I told you the album that fucking.
I'm giving you the Snoop look
Ice
right
Cube
now.
came
Like,
out with after
you didn't hear
Eazy's
me.
death was Lethal Injection.
you didn't hear me. Look,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
giving you the Snoop look.
Lethal injection
Lethal Injection was the album
of
he came-
AIDS into Eazy-E's body.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
saying, dude. There's just
low key leakage
they
to the
gained the
truth.
most out of his death. Dr. Dre and Ice Cube gained the most out of his death. You know what I mean?
He ain't
They knew
lied.
what
In the
fuck was
bag.
going on.
We in the bag right now. We in the bag.
Listen,
We in the bag. We in a
Listen.
rabbit hole.
I'm pulling out the truth right now. He ain't never lied.
Grab my
What he
hand.
said-
Grab my hand. Grab my
Them
hand.
niggas is
Somebody help
living
me.
great.
I'm falling and I can't get up.
Them niggas is living large since that shit happened.
Yeah,
Wait, that's only a third?
that's the third.
Okay, what's the fourth? What's the fourth? Because I'm fucked up right now.
The fourth is 9/11.
Ooh.
You know, the
Government assassination.
The government putting up this facade of, you know, being attacked by the, you know what I'm saying?
Osama bin Laden.
The same motherfuckers that they
Afghanistan
trained?
and all that bullshit.
The same
like,
motherfuckers that they
Yeah,
trained?
you know what I'm
The
saying?
same lady that walked to the White House with them like, hey, come on, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it one.
You mean the CG show?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, bless up and respect to Michael Moore.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all, man.
Fahrenheit 9/11.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. When that happened, I was 15 years old in homeroom watching that shit on the fucking news.
I was at work.
Hold on, you wasn't at work.
I was. At PC Mall.
It was
PC
before
Mall.
You went to work.
No,
nigga.
I was at work.
No, I took you to work.
Yeah, you dropped me off.
It was before you went to work, cause you woke me up like, dude, the shit was happening as we was.
Oh, you're right. I saw the second shit at work. You're right. The second. Yeah.
Cause remember, I was
Yeah.
fucked up. I didn't see none of this shit.
Yeah,
You told
yeah.
me about it.
At 15 years old in homeroom watching this shit.
Wait a minute, though. Hold
I
on.
was
hold on,
from
Double
the
B.
very beginning.
This nigga just said he was motherfucking 15.
At 15
I'm not old.
Hey, I was a grown ass man working my ass off. Yeah.
I'm not old. But damn.
Right about now, Double B's the youngster in the clan right now.
So wait a minute,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Hold up. So, Double,
Yeah.
this is the type of stuff that we need youngsters like you to really get into, because it's y'all that are going to be the move, right? Meaning, we're calling it out, and I always use hood references when I do this type of stuff.
Right.
I'm a double OG now. I'm almost done, right?
Right.
So in that, with the shit that I spew and the way that I get down, yeah, either my time gonna come one way or another, right?
Right.
So in that, you guys are that age group that is coming up, that like how we're saying right now, like we're the last of the kids that got to ride bikes without helmets.
Right.
What?
Yeah,
Right.
and
Wait. In the backseat of a pickup or a station wagon.
without
How about that?
without
seatbelts,
seatbelts
seats,
and no
none of that.
tickets.
Yeah. So
Right.
Yeah, true,
So-
man. I'm 86.
no, but you're that next generation just below us.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
So we
You're-
pass the
you're-
torch to
you're-
you. You pass the torch
have
to
to.
the ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I'll tell you like this, young man. Be very vigilant.
Absolutely.
Be very unapologetic. You're gonna run across some family members that are gonna look at you crazy. You might even lose a couple close friends that you thought was friends.
Oh, yeah. All these things have already happened.
Yeah,
You ain't speaking
there you
no
go.
lies.
See,
You ain't speaking no
'Cause
lies.
you're definitely going to disrupt a lot of people that you thought and they thought that they were intelligent.
Right. Right. No, you're
And
not telling
the-
no lies.
The saddest part about it, bro, is when you do it to somebody older than you, you're hurting their ego.
Right.
Not their feelings, their fucking ego.
No.
Let them know when you're done breaking their ass off, Tell them when you're done with your ego on your shoulders, I'm right here. I still love you. But you gotta remember,
because we're the older ones above
Yes.
him. We're not taking it personal.
Ego, Kev. It's not ego, Kev. It's amigo. Macho ego. Machigo.
I can't. Here's my thing. I can't talk to everybody about the things that I'm into and that I research and stuff like that because a lot of people
They don't get it. They don't get it.
It's not that they don't get it. It's they don't want to get it.
They don't want to get it.
They don't want to get it. They don't want to. Like, oh, you just talking out of your ass. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Learning early.
They just don't want to believe it. They just go out of their way to fucking ignore it.
Yeah.
I have that problem with my mother. On some situations, so I know exactly what you mean.
So it just gets to a point where you're like, I'm cool.
She's 69.
Right. I gotta get around like-minded people.
Yes, you learn to love from afar.
Right.
And understand and now we'll go to a higher level.
Right.
Because when we talk esoteric, those of us that are on this brainwave and higher frequency of consciousness,
right,
all it takes is 20% of us across the globe and shit changes.
Right.
Shit.
We're at about 8, 9, 12% right now. Last was counted, I think it's at 12%.
Right now, right here, right now, we have the generational gap.
Shots fired. Y'all better get ready.
As you speak to Double B and give him that knowledge that you, Marquis, and I have, you know what I'm saying? That's the generational gap.
Don't be saying my name the proper pronunciation. They don't know what that shit is, but let's tell them what it is.
Shut the fuck up.
What is it? It means a warrior for Jesus' righteousness. I fight mildly till death. So you with that bullshit?
Yeah.
Your ass got a problem.
No, it's actually a first Moorish name of a warrior saint, actually, Marquis.
And it's also a part of the marquee to the motherfucking French motherfucking king and queen.
Okay,
yeah,
so
but I'm talking 200,000 years before that.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I gotta rail shit back. Like
truth serum.
Were we on year 3 or year 4?
No, we're on 4.
Okay, what's the 5? What's the 5?
9/11 was
5
number 4.
Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
And
you started, and I'm sure we'll finish it.
Government assassination.
And how this motherfucker went to fucking Harvard University and was best friends with fucking
George Bush.
Best friends with fucking Bush and the family and shit like that.
Right.
But then motherfuckers got him to fucking, you know what I'm saying, to agree to a fucking pretty much a coup. You know what I'm saying?
Of his own country.
Agree to a coup, you know what I'm saying?
For his own country.
Yeah, for his own country and shit like that. And then they're talking about how, and then Obama comes later, all of a sudden,
he assassinated.
And he got assassinated.
The black man killed it. The black man killed the black man.
I don't believe it. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I don't think he's dead at all. That nigga's somewhere on Nantucket Island with a fucking mansion and his family.
You know what I'm saying?
Like they said, Tupac is. Like they said, Tupac is.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, dude, this Osama bin Laden. I'm like, and like I said, it's just got to be the familiarity, how close they were for him to go with something like that. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah. Now, that's like, that was a whole life-changing, historic, like a major historic event that you were a part of. That you said, fuck it out.
Dude, they made a movie.
I owe you from college, nigga. I got you.
Zero Dark 30. They made a movie of that shit. Zero Dark 30. They made a movie of the fucking assassination.
What's up, McLovin?
Now check it. On this one, I have heart for because my homeboys left high school and went to this war. Right. So this one touches me in a major way. So this was
I lost somebody. I lost somebody myself.
I did some cold ass like fuck you motherfucking government status research on this one.
I'm with you there.
On this, not only was he already an agent and was already into play, when all this shit was going down, bro, the day of, they shot his entire family out of DC 10 minutes before that shit hit. And it's on record. The last plane to leave was his family. Right? And then for them to come and tell us
I need you to run that to the top so everybody can understand what you're really talking about, because a lot of people might not know.
Yeah, because we know
the Bin Ladens. The Ladens have been here since the early Bush, Daddy Bush.
Yep.
That's when the Bin Laden.
Ronald Reagan era.
Daddy
Right.
Bush.
That's that's when the Bin Ladens touched down. Right.
1990, 89. You know.
He's also supposed to be a foreign Skull and Bones.
Right.
Wow.
That's a fraternity. Skull and Bones. Yep.
No, but
Harvard.
no.
Harvard.
Hold on, though. He just said the key word, foreign.
Foreign.
So we got Skull and Bones here in the U.S. There's
Correct.
documentation of
Right.
that.
Harvard is where it started.
But he just said foreign. So that shit fucking expands through the globe.
Well, you know
Well,
that.
yeah, they're fucking apart. They're
Collegiate.
They're
It's all
elites.
collegiate.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, collegiate is U.S.
Fraternity. No, collegiate. Collegiate
That's
is
all
college.
Right, that's all U.S.
So, no, it's not.
No, hear what I'm saying.
What I'm saying to you is college is world bound.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're
So
saying.
the Skull and Bones, it don't have an American boundary. It's worldwide.
How about we say what you just said and we say the same thing, but we separate it because it just has that much more impact. To say that everything in the U.S. that's fucking Skull and Bones and that's college, and then now you have the fucking, now it goes worldwide. What the fuck?
Right.
That bullshit, right?
Yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
Because on that,
So they
like,
got his family got flown out first. Or they got flown out. Yeah.
right now, the fact that now I don't know if y'all have even heard this, but a lot of these motherfuckers are supposed to be getting arrested and fucking put in jail for war crimes and shit like that. Right. So in that, at was it a wedding or a funeral? I think it was at McCain's funeral when all the motherfuckers got them envelopes and shit like that.
Okay.
Right. I don't know if y'all peeped that. I know I know the youngster. I'm sure he's already heard this.
Right.
But when they got them envelopes were basically their indictment papers.
Okay. Oh shit.
Right.
Right.
So in that's why the faces were so fucked up with it.
Right.
Okay. So in that, you got the indictment papers are basically, we know y'all set up this fake 9/11 situation. So if y'all don't do this, which is basically get in line and toe with the New World Order, y'all going to jail.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We watched the Democrats push everybody into war to take our civil liberties and all of our other stuff to where, hey, we're at their mercy. To the point of where everybody is like they are right now. Hey, what are we doing here? And they're forcing us to take this shot.
Right.
So let me
yes, we are being forced right now for that shit. That shit is crazy.
let me ask
shit is
this.
crazy.
Let me ask this question. Was that number 4 or was that number 5 with 9/11?
This is 5.
5 is 9/11.
No, we're on Osama bin Laden right now.
Which is 5.
9/11.
Which is 5.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I asked that is because we're at the 2-hour mark. So which means no,
That was fast.
right. Which means the people. This is what I'm gonna do is we're gonna break this up into 2 parts, an hour apiece. Part 1, part 2, and the title being Down the Rabbit Hole, because I think we done reached the bottom about now.
I mean, there's so much to go. I mean,
I'm
there's so
saying,
much more that can go.
yeah, of course. I'm saying for the purpose of this particular podcast, we done reached the bottom.
This should probably be a fucking gopher hole or something.
Well, I mean, we can keep it going on the next one, but we done had the sports segment, we done had the main topic, we done had the top 5.
I mean, he was just getting into the juicy details.
Yeah, I'm like,
man.
you gonna need to hold on a minute, bro.
Okay, I can do that, but you know what my job is.
Let the river
got to
flow,
edit this
baby.
Hey.
Hey, listen.
Let me sit down.
Y'all niggas need to save me some work, man.
Let me grab.
Listen, you see
No.
what am my feet doing right?
Hey,
Listen, what is my feet doing
let
right
me
now?
grab my vape.
What is my feet doing right now?
And shots out to all my vapors
The
out there.
Irish River dance, nigga. Let the
Shit.
river flow, nigga.
I'm about to put my fucking headphones down and go grab me a beer, because this is beer and bullshit as well, correct? Correct? Am I correct?
Correct.
I need another.
Beer and bullshit along with some Remy. We got some Remy too. Beer and bullshit and Remy. We got
Remy's for the reminiscent. Remy's for the reminiscent of the